All right now, family. So here we are in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful life-giving message already titled for you and me. The mystery of black is what Serpent and his seeds fears the most, part 4. Family, in case I share this in the news feed and you just come in contact and you haven't listened to 1, 2, 3, please kindly drop it and go and listen to 1, 2, 3. It was powerfully, established. It is profound, okay, powerfully. So right now we are done already with the first letter. So we proceed now to the very second letter, which is the very L. So what did that go for? Wanna do it again? This is breaking news indeed. All right now. So the very second alphabet. What did it go for? Black. It is really awesome. Lasting love. Lasting love. Lasting love. How does this work? Lasting what? Love. The very first letter. What did it go for? Blue blood lineage, not red blood, okay? But the blue. Listen to part 3. You're gonna find it out over there. 2 and 3. Because we are unable to finish the very first. It was fully loaded, okay? A lot of points from it. So the very first letter contains, 2 video. Listen to it. All right now, here we are, John 3:16. I read. I just done a subject, I think about a week now. So kindly listen to it. The very message I titled, "A Witch in the Family Exposed." What part was that? I think part 11 and 12. No. 9 and 10. I'm going to see the word of John 3:16 over there. Listen now. For Yahuwah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting what? Life. Lasting love. Lasting life. That is black. Listen to part 1, 2, 3. It's powerful. So right now I want to see how the love of Abba Yahuwah works for the people of the book. Started from the very first man that messed up, and the first man that messed up because of his love, they still find their way back to heaven. That speaks of eternal love, okay? Now, second Ezra speaks about this very word we are talking about, okay? Chapter 6, verses 8 to 9, it simply makes it so clear that the word of Esau will come to an end. And the word, he said the end of the word of Esau, it is the beginning of the word of Yaakov. So that is the word he's speaking for. His own love. He's speaking about his own people that have his own color, that is being redeemed, sent for his own child. So wonderful to redeem us. Okay. So let me make this clear unto you. The word of John 3:16 is a word of singular, which is Revelation 21 and Genesis 2, before the 4. Not this whole world we are. Hebrews 1:2 hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed hand of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. The worlds, you see now, plural. We are in this world, but we are not of this world. So you see now that the whole world have many, devices of it. Or just listen to this message I did, in which the family exposed. Yes, at that part 9 and 10. Yeah, you're going to find it there. 9 and 10, or 7 and 8. Listen to it. It was powerful, powerfully established, okay? The word. So I want to speak now how he loved his own word, his own people. Here I am, Hebrew chapter 2. We take from 42:18. For as much than as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise is speaking of Yahushua, the one that loved us, his son that he gave unto the chosen nation. All right now, are partakers of flesh and blood. He also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death. That is the devil, okay, the one that, of his light. 15. And deliver them who through through fear of death, we all their lifetime subject to bondage. Is speaking of Adam and his posterity. 16. For verily he took, listen now, for verily he took not on him the nature of angels, because angels cannot redeem us. But he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore in all things it behaved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to Yahuwah, to make reconciliation for sin of the people. For in that he himself hath suffered, been tempted, is able to scourge them that are tempted. Okay, all right now. I'm sorry, I miss soccer, not scourge, soccer. Yeah. So want to see how he did it. He never took up. Angel cannot redeem us. So he now became our brethren. Taking upon himself flesh and blood in order for him to redeem us. Here I am in the law of redemption. Leviticus 25, I read 25. If thy brother, being waxing poor, and has sold away of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold. So who is he? He said now became our brethren. Okay, so who was his brother? Adam sold the earth to the fallen deities, the fallen seraph. He sold it for them. Okay, so that was why he said, I think it's Luke or not in Matthew. He said, for the word is already been delivered unto him, and he can give it to whosoever he wish, who deliver it unto him. It is Adam. Okay, he sold the earth unto the serpent. Genesis 3, now 48. You see the law of redemption. Angel is not our brother. He belongs, angel cannot redeem us. Anyone that can redeem us, he must be our brethren. He must come from our family. All right? So by then Yahushua was in heaven. He belongs to the family of Trinity. Okay, he wasn't our brother, but rather he was our mighty when he was our creator. But he is not our brother. So in order for that to work out, he not took upon himself the seed of Abraham, flesh and blood. Okay? Also be tempted in all and all. When did he get that temptation? Matthew chapter 4. We see what the devil did to him. He came, trying to seduce him. Like he seduced the first man and the first woman. Alright? So right now, I read 48, Leviticus 25, 48. After that, he is sold, he may be redeemed again. Now, okay, let me finish reading. After that, he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him. Either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is not of kin unto him, of his family, may redeem him, or if he be able, he may redeem himself. Adam was never able to redeem himself because he said the serpent is more subtle. He is the great dragon. He is so cunning, so smart. All right? No one can be free from his wickedness. Therefore, Yahushua took upon himself flesh and blood in order. So that was love, powerful love. He became our brethren. And he said he's not ashamed, to call us brethren. Yes, in order to fulfill the law of redemption, because Adam sold the earth unto the serpent, and Adam also sold himself unto destruction. And he is not able, and never will he be able. But Yahushua came to do that for us because of love. Here we are, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 9. For ye know the grace of our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. So what was that? We were once rich, right? In Genesis 3, but Serpent, stripped us naked and took away our royal garment. So he himself, he not despises, okay, his own glory. Whatever he had in heaven, he put them all aside and said, no, let me come over here to redeem my people. For our sake, he now became poor. For our sake, he was being beaten. For our sake, filthy man lay hands on him. So what is the second word of this word called blood? Lasting love. Why? Because he loved the first Adam and said, Adam is my eternal. So nothing changed that. No matter what Serpent do, absolute. It stand eternal. So he became poor in order for us to become rich. So what is the riches? It is salvation. We are not talking of money over here. It is getting back what the serpent took away from us. It can also go for prosperity, okay? It is retrieving back what the serpent took away from us. Our soul, first of all, will be redeemed because our soul is being sold. And our property will be redeemed because the earth is ours. So he came to get it out of the hand of the serpent, give it back to the rightful owner. And you're going to see how powerful this is at this second coming, because he's coming for the one he died for. Romans chapter 5, you can read it. It says, while we were yet a sinner in the world, he died for us. This is how he demonstrated his love for us. You can read that, your homework. Okay? So that is how he demonstrated his love. All right, now Romans 8, also 29. For whom is to 39, but I'm not going to read it all. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinated to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Did you get that? He became brethren for the sake of love. Moreover, whom he did predestinated, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. That is the glorified body, we are awaiting, because we are his eternal. He said that already. What shall we say then? What shall we then say to those things? If Yahuwah be for us, who can be against us? Serpent, can you be against us? Allah, Jesus, all this crap, can you be against us? No. 32. He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? All things is all and all, inclusive. Heaven, earth, wealth, power, honor, glory, all and all. He will give it unto us because he loved. It's everlasting love. For Yahuwah so loved the whole world. For Yahuwah so loved the world. Not the whole world. For he so loved his own word. Alright? And he not gave Yahushua. Who is he that condemneth? Is it Yahushua that died? Yea, rather, that he raised again. Who is even at the right hand of Yahuwah? Who is making intercession for us? What shall separate us? It keep ready. You can keep going on. Me, I'm done. To 39. You see, nothing absolute can separate us from the love of Abba Yahuwah. What is the second letter? Lasting love. Even though we are so rebellious and he scattered us in the four corners of the earth, but because of his love. Alright, we are coming back home. Here I am. Luke chapter 10, verses 30. And Yahushua answered said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his garment, and wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. That is Adam and his posterities. Serpent, is a thief. John 10:10. The devil coming out to do what? Not to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Alright, that is his, goals. Okay? So right now, Adam received half death, beating, in Genesis 3. Serpent, took the garment of light away and put on our faces on us. But listen, a judgment he gave right in Genesis 3. But he still make a way for redemption. 31. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way. And when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. Okay, now. So what is that? That is his judgment. He loved you. Okay, Revelation 3:90 said, those whom I love, I discipline, I chasten. Okay? Because he loves you. When you do something bad, he's going to flog you. As a father, it's a judgment. He just, okay, you are half dead. Okay. He just goes his way. That is the first judgment in Genesis 3. Okay? The woman said Serpent deceived. The man says the woman gave unto him. Okay, I bet you when I said, that is your problem. As a righteous judge, he passed his judgment. Okay, now we go to 32. And likewise a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side. What? That is Deuteronomy. Okay, 28. You don't want to keep my law? Another curse. Another punishment. That brings about the scattering today of the people of the book in the four corner of the earth. But rather, even though we are being scattered, still his love still banner over us. That is lasting love. It can't help. It can't do nothing. Nothing absolute about that. Now, as a judge, you must do your job. You love your son, and your son has already been stolen. He is a thief. And being caught and dragged to the court. The judge is not going to say, because you're my son, I'm going to twist the judgment. No, not at all. He will pass the judgment, the punishment, okay, of your rebelliousness. But after, as a judge, he has finished, judging or passed out the righteous judgment, he will take off his garment of, judge, and not put on the garment of father. That is his son he sent unto us. Put on the garment of a father and said, no, these are my children, whether I pass judgment. No, I need to do something. All right? Those whom he loved, he disciplined. All right now. But a Samaritan, this is his compassion. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him. Okay? Keep reading. Okay? And went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, and sent. We know what is oil, YAHUAH'S, and the wine also is being discussed. It's a joy. One is a joy, restoration. Okay, love. Okay, oil is the YAHUAH'S. He poured on him and set him on his own best, and threw him to an inn. The inn is still the YAHUAH'S, and took care of him. And on the morrow, when he departed, he took out 2 pennock and gave him to the host, and said unto him, take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. All right, now I stop over there. So he's going to repay. So that is his second coming. Okay. Now who is taking care? The inner who is taking care of us now is the YAHUAH'S. Okay. John 16 said, what he see from me, he's going to give it unto you. What he hear from that is what he's going to give unto you. He's the one to reveal the deep things unto us. All right, that is why we are preparing now. He is the one doing it. Okay, so what he gave unto you, that is what he delivered. That is how he paid. That is how he gave it unto us to take care of us. Yahushua has done. He said, if I don't go, the YAHUAH'S cannot come. That is the inner, the keeper, the one to take care of you until the end of it all. So this everlasting love, lasting love. Now see another promise. He also gave unto humanity. You don't want to keep my law. You still have one judgment, okay? That is the link of fire. But again, right in the link of fire, we also see that Abba Yahuwah also prepared a place called the bosom of Father Abraham. That is his love. Okay, for the people of the book, if you are filled, you will see all the Old Testament, they all went down to the bosom of Father Abraham, because until Yahushua comes, you cannot enter heaven. He cannot throw them in the link of fire. He's to prepare a place for them. Okay, that is the lasting love of Abba Yahuwah for his people. Now, Hebrew chapter 12, verses 1 to 12, but I'm reading some part, not all. I start from 6. For whom Yahuwah loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahuwah dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastise not? All right. But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not son. Okay, the one that he just that is judgment of abandonment. Romans 1, we see it already. It said, keep giving yourself to whatever you want to give yourself into. All right, that is judgment of abandonment, like he did with this Serpent and all these people. All right, now I rush to where now 11. Now, no chastening for the present. No chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, no, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised, thereby. You see, so he loves us, he chastises us, he's the shepherd, he's the great shepherd. Okay, the rod, Psalm 23, there's a rod in his hand. Okay, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, that staff and that rod, they are one. Protect, guide me, protect me. So he will use the curved side, to discipline you. Excuse me. He will use the straight path to discipline you, while he will use the curved side to push you back online. You see, that is the one he loved. But if you don't love him, you just live in your corruption and wait for judgment. But this is the second word of this word called black, lasting love. He can't abandon us. He swore by his throne, if I dare. He said, let it. No, he swore. Okay? So, which is not possible for Yahuwah to lie. Now, Romans 9:13, it said, Jacob I love, while Esau I hate. That is the word of Esau. He hates it. But Jacob, that is the one I love. That is his word. Revelation 21, which speaks of, in restoration of Genesis 3. Now, here I am. Psalm 7 verses 11. Yahuwah judged the righteous, and Yahuwah is hungry with the wicked every day. So the wicked is Esau and his lineage. Okay, but he judged the righteous because he loves them. Okay, we righteous simply mean having the right stand. Now that you have the right stand, you cannot feel like Adam was having the right stand, but he fell from glory. But after Yahuwah disciplined him, he judged his iniquity. Okay, and still bring him back up. So what is this word? Second alphabet of this word called black, lasting love. We are done. We proceed now to the third letter. Let's see again, another mind-boggling. So the letter A, what did it go for? Adam above all. Adam above all. So who is the all? Adam above all. He chooses Adam above all others. Here I am, Genesis 1:26. And Yahuwah said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air. Okay, right now. So he said, let us make man in our own image. I want to create a flesh. I want to make a flesh to look like me, to do what I do, to have what I have, to speak the way I speak, in my likeness. Now, when I see that son of mine, I see myself. That is my carbon copy. Okay, I want to do it because it chooses Adam above all. In the moment you will understand these points, he chooses Adam above all. Adam above all is the third letter of this word called what? Black. Now, Genesis 37 verses 3. Now, Yisrael loved Jacob more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. You see the reason why he loved him? Because he let us know why he loved him. Why he loved him? Because it is the son of his old age. All right? Now, Adam was the first son of Yahuwah in flesh. You see, the way he did the second Adam, that is how the first Adam came. Don't get it twisted, okay? That is a clay. Yahuwah doesn't live in the ground. So why is he going to be making people from the ground? The one he said, I want to do in my own likeness to look like me. Did Yahuwah come from the ground? Did he sleep in the ground? Is the ground his house? No, it's in the heaven, on high. Why is he going to pick a lesser product and begin to use that one to describe his image? It is an offense, an insult to his kind, okay? To who he means insult. Nevertheless, he is speaking of a virgin birth. From the ground, he made the man. Isaiah 53, we see that the second Adam prophecy said is going to spring out from the dry ground. The dry ground he came out from. And the first Adam came out from the ground. He is speaking of virgin birth. Now, Genesis 2:7, we see the breath, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, was there. He breathed the breath of life into him. Is the life-giving, is the oxygen. And we also see that in Luke chapter 1, 26 to 35. He said, for the Holy One to be born, the power of the that is the Ruach HaKodesh is gonna, come upon you. While the power of heaven is gonna overshadow you. Abayo was there, and the Holy Spirit was there. The same in Genesis 2:7. The breath is the Holy Spirit. That is the meaning of Ruach HaKodesh, winds, the source of living. When you also go to Ezekiel 37, you see, it said the breath not came into the slave one, and they live again. Is the breath of life, which is the Holy Spirit. Okay? Abayo Wakana is not living in the ground, excuse me. They now begin to take and say, this is how I look like. This is my own image. Packing dust from the ground and putting water and mix it and say, this is how. No, that is total insult. It's a figure of speech. It's speaking of the dry ground. It said you will return back to the dust from where you were being taken. It's speaking of the plants. The second Adam is going to pick it up again from the virgin birth. That's what it means, okay? So from Yaakov, the very one Abayewa said I loved, okay? We see the picture. The clear picture said, because it is the son of his old age. That is why he loved him exceedingly. And Abayewa loved Adam above all. I'm going to let you know who are the all. Okay? He loved Adam above all. That was why he now gave the planet as a gift unto his own image. This is my image. This planet, you're going to be God. You're going to do what I do. Procreate like I do. Okay? Just as the second Adam came, that was how the first Adam came. Don't get it twisted. It's not talking of poto dust. No. That is total filth. That is total insult to Abayewa personality. His personality, it is a total insult, okay? Is a figure of speech. If you want to know how the first Adam came into being, take the lesson from the second Adam. Alright? The second Adam, Isaiah 53 make it so clear that it's going to spring out from the dry ground. And that is the virgin birth. You knew that already. And Adam also came from the ground. Say from the, he make it in the whatever, in the dust. No. That is filth. Abayewa is not a dust, okay? It's almighty. Fire. Alright, now the same Genesis 37 we take from 31 to 32 or 3 or so. And they took Joseph, he's speaking about his brethren, because they not got jealous of him. They are so jealous of him because what? His father loved him above them all. Listen now. And they took Yusuf coats, the very design Abayewa used to design. Adam will see into that. And I want to give you the clear picture from here. And they took Yusuf coats, his garment, okay, and killed a kid, okay, of the goats. And, okay, oh my father, what is this? Of a goat, and dipped the coat in the blood, as a confirmation. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, this have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said, it is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Yusuf is without, all right now, death rent in pieces. All right now, you see, the evil that, who is still walking in there? The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He said he's a liar and the father of all liars. Was Yusuf dead? No. Why did they do that? Because the father loved him. Now, who did Abayewa choose above? Why do Abayewa choose Adam above all? Who is the all? Adam above all. Now, listen now. The fallen seraphims. You can see that again in Isaiah chapter 6. He is the first high ranking. He is the highest high ranking, okay, of all angels. But Abayewa did not choose him. Rather, okay, the firstborn of Abayewa. Angels are his children. Okay, let me quote all the scriptures. But Abayewa did not choose him. Alright? Alright, okay. So before I count all the angels, okay, and Abayewa elevates Adam above them all, let's first of all read. You see the brother of Yusuf, what they did to him. Exactly what Allah, the red dragon, the serpent that is so subtle, also did to the Adam. Why? Because he was jealous of Adam. The picture is the brother of Joseph. Here I am, Luke chapter 10, verses 30. Listen. And YAHUAH'S said, a certain man went down from Jericho from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell among the thieves, which stripped him of his coat, okay, or garment is the same, and wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Exactly what the brother of Joseph did to him. Exactly what Serpent did to the first Adam. Why? Because he's jealous of Adam. And say, why do Yahuwah give him the whole planet? Why did Yahuwah give him the right hand fellowship? Because Adam was the first son of Yahuwah flesh. From Adam, we looks like this. Because Adam begins the flesh and bones of Yahuwah here on earth. In Yahuwah, the orphan is a black man, and Adam carried that image. So that was why Yahuwah loved him, chose him above every other angel, because you are the first, human, apart from angels, that I have put here on earth. So there, Serpent was jealous. All right, now let me call the scriptures. Here I am on the account of the second Adam, John 3:35. Listen now. The Father loveth the Son, and hath given all things into his hand. And we know who is speaking is the second Adam. He said, Yahuwah loveth the Son, and all things he placed in his hand. And that is referring to, fulfilling the fallen kingdom of the first man. And Yahuwah loved Adam, okay? He put all things in his hand. But his brethren now came and beat him up and stripped him half naked, took off that garment of light, and put into potter and dipped that garment of light, and took that away and then put on feces, just as what they did to Joseph. What was the blood? It is the filthy blood of the, Allah, which is the fallen seraphims. Okay, let's call the scriptures. All the other offices of angels. Yeah, Yahuwah took Adam, chose Adam above all of them, and they all got jealous, just as the brother of Jacob. Right now, the first angel, it is the seraphims, okay, meaning the firing ones. Isaiah chapter 6 is going to find it over there. Now, the second angel, it is called the covering cherubim. That is Jesus today, all right? You can see that in Ezekiel 28:11 to 18. Now, the third angel, which is called four living creature, okay, this is the third ranking angel. Four living creature, you can see that the holy ones in Revelation 4, and the filthy one you can see in the case of Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel 7, Daniel 8, okay. That is the third. Okay, the fourth angel, it is the archangel Michael, okay. Daniel 12:1 is the chief archangel, okay. Revelation 5, you're gonna see, okay, yeah, the fifth angel now. The fifth angel, characteristics angel in heaven, is Revelation 5. You're gonna see it. It said this uncountable multitude, innumerable angels, okay, that worship Yahuwah night and day. And these are all higher than Adam, okay? These are all greater than Adam. But yet, Yahuwah did not choose any of them. Rather, he not chose the lesser one, the flesh, and handle the earth unto them. And without that, they not declare war on him, because he is the firstborn of flesh of Yahuwah here on earth. Now you can see angel as the sons of Yahuwah. Job 1:6. You're going to see it over there. Job 2:1. You're going to see it over there. Job 37:7 and 38:7. You're going to see it over the Hebrew chapter 1. You want to read that. Angels are the sons of Yahuwah. They are not a robot made. And this is the picture. Yahuwah holds the whole earth. But what nation did it? Just one. And every other nation is envious of the chosen nation, which is called black. Every other nation in this whole world is envious of the chosen people. That is why everyone wants to impersonate them. You see the leprosy people in the land, the synagogue of Satan, they are impersonating. You see the Islam, they said they are the firstborn of Allah. They want to take the air. They are impersonating them. You see the Christendom, they said Abba Yahuwah has already rejected his own people. The pork is the one Abba Yahuwah is going to take into. That means blasphemy. They are impersonating the chosen people. Okay, they are so envious, okay, because among only one nation he chooses. And raise them higher above all. Not there. So right now here we are in Hebrew chapter 1. Listen now. Other lower mindset people, they'll be saying, I want to read it to your ear first. Okay, now 2. Okay, no. Where am I going to start from? I think 4. All right, now 3. Who, being the brightness of his glory, is speaking about the biblical Messiah, and the express image of his person. I am a father where what? Abba Yehovah came in flesh. That is what we are very over here. What is black? Okay. It came from fire, and it's Abba Yehovah's secret place. Listen to part 1. No need to be repeating it. And upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, and sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high, be made so much better, listener, be made so much better than the angels, as he had by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. All right, the first Adam the same. What we are seeing, the second Adam, the only except for the cross, okay, is more superior. You say have I read it there? Let me check it out. Okay, he now obtained more excellent name. All right, better than the angels. So what is this name? Yahushua HaMashiach. He is referring, speaking to Yahushua. But we know Yahushua is fulfilling the glory of the first Adam, the one he lost. All right. So he gave him more excellent than the angels. Why? Because Adam was once angel, being reproduced into flesh. So that was why the heart of Abba Yehovah go for him more than the ones in the heavenly. Because there is another, glory entirely different from that in heaven. Okay. Now, for unto which listener, people lower mindset, people that will say, no, they are not the sons of Abba Yehovah don't have sons, so it's not so. Only the Messiah. No, listen. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, thou art my son? This day I have begotten thee, and again I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. Which angel? And again, when he brought in the first begotten into the world, he said, listen, this is the mind-boggling. This is where problem lies. He said, and let all the angels of Yehovah worship him. Worship him. Let all the sons of Yehovah worship him. How all the sons, the 5 characteristics angel that I just called, they all fell from glory, okay? The fallen cherubim, we see what that is. And the 4 living creature. And then the archangel, which are the demons, and the multitude, which are the seed of serpent today, reproduced now into flesh. Now, after Abba Yehovah has done, we are taking from the second Adam account to illustrate the first Adam. What happened? Now command the angels to worship him. How do Abba Yehovah command all these 5 characteristics angels to worship Adam? You see, when you keep reading, it said, all the ministry spirit, they are angels, ordained to serve us. But this angel now said, why should I do that? When you did not give me the seat. You want me to go and be serving the one you give the seat? For what reason? I'm going to kill him. Just as what they did to Yosef. Now I read 14. Are they not all ministry spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be hence of salvation? All right now. All these 5 characteristics angel has been assigned to work with Adam. That is how they worship him, to serve him. But they now said, no way. We are higher and greater than him. Why did you give him the earth? And we not? Hey, girl, you still want me to go and bow there? Where to go and be serving him? Death. I'm going to deceive him. And that is where war came into the kingdom. It is family problem, just like that of Yusuf. That is the picture over here. Here I am, Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahuwah thy Elohim. Yahuwah thy Elohim hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And this was found in our word called black, above all nations. And this is what happened to Adam. Adam above all, Yahweh above all, the black chosen nation above all. Powerful. Here I am, Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahuwah thy Elohim, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee these days, that Yahuwah thy Elohim shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Did you get that? Adam above all. Here I am again now, verses 13. And Jehovah shall make thee the head. Where is the head? Head always remain head eternal. The head of the entire world. And not the tail, not the bottomless pit. And thou shalt be above only. Nothing will bring you down. Although serpent brought down Adam, but the second Adam pick it up. All right now. And thou shalt not be, where is it? And thou shalt not be beneath. We don't go the bottomless pit, no. If thou hearken unto the commandment of Yahuwah thy Elohim, which I commanded thee these days to observe and to do that. And that was why they came to him and say, break the covenant, in order for them to get the headship. You cannot get the headship. The head only belongs to Adam above all. What? Yes, he has heir above all nations. Adam and his posterities above all. And this is the very, third letter of this word called a black coincidence. Not at all. This is what it is, and this is what it is. Believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Here we go again. Amos 3:2. You only have I knew of all the families of the earth. You alone have I knew. All right, you only. Adam above all. All right, family, we are also done with the third letter. Now we proceed now to the fourth letter, second to the last letter. Now, what did that go for? Letter C, isn't it? So what did it go for? Covenanted children of Yahuwah. No, this is profound. Covenanted children of Yahuwah. How does that work? Covenanted children of Yahuwah. In this word called black, we are the children of the covenant. Unspeakable. So first of all, I want to call all the scriptures. So in the other video, I will do liberation because my time is almost running out. Now, covenanted children, that is the very fourth letter. Jeremiah 31:31. The covenant is with the people of the book, the new covenant. And Exodus 19, the old covenant is with the people of the book. Okay. Romans 9, 4, the covenant is with the people of the book. Romans 3, okay, 1-2, the covenant belongs to is the people of the book. Okay. And Deuteronomy 32, okay, where is it? 32, 8-9, the covenant of giving back the whole earth to the people of the book is over there. Revelation 21, yes, they have it. You see their names all over written in the four corners of the earth. Genesis 3:15, okay, we deal more with that. Genesis 9:17, okay, all right now. Genesis 9, okay. That is the covenant. Okay, quickly, the covenant now. Okay, now, I understand here now. Now, Genesis 3:15, that is the very first covenant, okay, of the seed of the woman will crush the head of the serpent, covenanted children. That is the very first covenant in the 7 rainbow column. Genesis 9 will see the covenant, okay, to retain the earth, that when the rainbow is being set on the cloud, I bet you will remember his covenant, okay? That is the covenanted children. Genesis 17, 11-14, we also see another covenant over there to cut off flesh. No more flesh in the kingdom, okay? In the new kingdom, flesh is not allowed at all. All right? And now, Deuteronomy, excuse me. All right, now we go to the 5th covenant. First Chronicle, chapter 17. That is the covenant of the throne. You can also see again in Luke chapter 1, 26-35. Okay? The 6th covenant, it is the covenant of the New Testament. Okay? New Testament as yet confirmed. When we begin to deal with it, you're going to find it out. Now, the very last covenant, Genesis 2, that is the covenant of Shabbat. Rest eternal. Without stress. So this 7 rainbow colored covenant is found in the color of Abba Yahuwah and his son. Here I am, Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Yisrael and with the people, and with the house of Yehudah. Like I always love to say, the covenant, the house of Yisrael is the whole world, and Yehudah is the language. That is Yehudia's language, one language after it all. It said Yahweh is going to restore pure language back to the people of the book, okay? Now, Exodus 19, you see the way every one of us, our forefather, has set the old covenant, which is Mosaic covenant. In the same way, the whole house of Israel is going to accept the new covenant. When? That is Daniel 9, 24 to 27, after the 70th week. Yahushua is going to anoint the holiest of holies, which is our head, the throne of Abba Yehovah. Okay? It's going to remove every filth away from it. This is the covenant, the covenanted children of Yehovah. All right, now here I am, Daniel, Romans 9, 4. Who are Yisrael, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants, plural, the old and the new, and the giving of the law and the service of Yehovah and the promises. It is theirs eternal, covenanted children of Yehovah. Romans 3, 1 to 2. What advantage there hath the Yahudim, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way. Okay, chiefly because that unto them we are committed the oracles of Yehovah, eternal covenanted children. Here I am, Daniel chapter 9, 24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish the transgression, which the very one last started in Genesis 3. The one he taught us, okay? He taught us how to break the royal law. And to make an end of sin, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, and to seal up the visions and a prophecy, and to anoint the most holy place. Our memory is going to be, our head is going to be anointed, and remove every nonsense, because why? We are the covenanted children. Now, verse 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to be ceased. This very place, both the real Messiah and the fake Messiah is using it, okay? Mahdi will use it, and Yahushua will use it to confirm the covenant of the New Testament with the people of the book in the eternal kingdom. Family, we are done. Follow up with the part 5 with the last letter. The very last letter is the biggie, the heavy, and the biggie again. I bless Abba Yehovah. Today is awesome for his wonderful vision of black, awesome and powerfully established.